Okay, I just wanted to do, and this is the blueberry bush. Some of them are finally starting to ripen, but they are really, really small, right? But this is the second year for this bush, so I expected them to be kind of small. A lot of people say that when you plant a blueberry bush, for the best results, that you need to plant at least 2 of them so that there can be good cross-pollination, and it'll help bring about more yield. So I'm still kind of happy about what it's doing so far. I got a strawberry. It's pretty red. I'm gonna taste it and see what it tastes like. The is looking pretty good. Tiny blooms on it. I wonder if I can turn this over. Let me see. See if y'all can see the flower. That's the eggplant bloom. And then it got a few more that's gonna open up. Purple grapevine is finally starting to vine up and getting tall. And I'm so happy about this cucumber and watermelon and cantaloupe over here in the jungle. This area doing good. I'm about to start cutting it back now that it's filled the whole bottom and it's starting to vine up this side. I really wanted it to vine up the back. Some of them are doing what they're supposed to do, but this one came up front, so I may undo that because I opened the fence over here to make it vine up the back fence. But I was peeking and I saw a cucumber down there. So it's hiding. It's kind of shaped funny. It's a long one and it's sitting on the ground, so it curled upward. Let me see if you can see it from this side. So that's gonna need to come off soon, probably today. And I saw I think I saw some more cantaloupe, or either the one that I showed you guys before is just getting bigger. It's a little jungle in here, so I'm not really sure where I seen it at, but this morning when I came out to water before the sun got heavy on us, the water hose moved the leaves around, and I could have sworn I saw a cute cantaloupe over here on the edge. The bees are out doing their thing, so I'm trying not to bother them. Look. Oh, look how pretty that is. I love to see the bees pollinate. When they out here, I try not to bother them. But it's a couple of them out here. And they just flying from flower to flower, taking care of business for me when I'm busy or asleep. Okay, here go a little small one. Small cantaloupe. It's starting to get stripes. And I think I saw a bigger one out here. I could be wrong. I don't want to make too much. Oh, look. Snap. Something got it. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's the one I seen earlier, and it was not bitten off of. So that means within, what, 2 hours, something came out here and took a bite. That sucks, but it's cool. I'm going to say it again. I think I said it before. When you garden organically, it's pretty much meaning you're gonna fight everything out here. Like, If it's rodents in your alley or a nearby field, maybe like 5 or 6 houses down from me, there's a field on the opposite end of the alley, and I'm sure there's field mice. But when you have that stuff nearby and you garden organically, which means you're not using harsh chemicals and stuff, that stuff will come and eat, because your food is safe. You know, it's safe for them to eat. If it's safe for you, it's safe for them. But when you put all kind of like harsh chemicals and stuff to keep that stuff away, then, you know, it'll keep them away. But you got to worry about what you eating at the same time, which is why I go organic. But you're gonna have a harder time when you garden organic. So it's not easy. It's no joke. And you'll be mad because you'll be like, all my hard work. How pretty that was. So yeah, I'm sure that was the mice that did that. Look at the teeth marks in it. I'm sure that was. And the bad part about it is they don't even eat the whole thing. They take a few bites and they full and they gone about their business. They take a few bites and ruin the whole thing. So traps or something out, but then you'll be out here setting the traps every day. Then when you water, you snap the traps by mistake. So it is what it is. The black eyed peas, I think they almost ready. I'm gonna see. Let me drop this. I'm gonna drop it in here because I don't want the dogs to get to it, because you just never know whatever was eating anything, if it had rabies or whatever. But this is a black eyed pea, and I've never grown black eyed peas before, but I could see it through there that it's, oh, it's ready. So I thought that you had to just let them, hold on. I guess you gotta wait till they get yellow. The pod gotta get yellow. Does that mean the black eyed pea is ready on the inside? So we got black eyed peas. Ain't that cool? I'm trying to snap it out of there, but black eyed peas. And I love black of them. So should be ready. All the ones that are green, if I pop this open, it's probably going to be a green black eyed pea in there, and it's not ready. So I'll probably take this one out today and this one. But that's why I planted so many, because it take a while for them to get ready. And I mean, who's gonna cook 5 black eyed peas at once? You want a whole bunch. So I planted a lot of them, hoping that I could gather them all at once and have a nice little meal. The cabbage doing good. The dill doing good, and it smells like a bag of dill chips. It smells so good. But that one was the one that was getting ate up, and it's starting to come back to life. This one had gotten eaten up a little bit, but I caught it before it got ate up too bad. And the bad leaves, I cooked it out, so that one doing good. That one is struggling, and so is this one. This one got demolished, but it's starting to come back. And then I got 2 pepper plants that's coming up over there. I think that's a bell pepper, and that might be a hot pepper. And there's more beans in here, and the strawberry. That's where I got this strawberry from. This strawberry came out of this area, and it's more of them over here. Uh oh, sorry. My thing in the way. Hold on. But yeah, it's more strawberries over here coming up. Okay, now this is what I was saying about the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is the ugly. I have one squash plant that is trying to survive, and I think this is a zucchini. So what happened was the squash vine border, which was, it looked like a grub. And what happens is, look, they lay these eggs on the back of your leaves. Eggs go down and hatch. Had much. They embed themselves in the stems, and a lot of them do it right at the base, and then they eat from the inside of the stem all the way up, and this is what it does. So the ones that were growing started to rot because the squash vine borer killed its source. So I had to go in there and do surgery. I had to cut the squash vine borer out of each one of these. I cut it out of this one too. This is the only one. Make like a little mud. I just put some dirt and water together, and I put it in the incision, if you will. And then I buried the rest of the base of the plant back in the dirt. And then it saved this one. That one's still trying to be saved, but it's struggling. There was one right here that I just went on ahead and pulled. Oh no, it ain't. It's right here. Just demolished it. That one ain't gonna make it. And then this one is trying, but it might not make it. Unless I get some new leaves on it in a couple days, this one probably just gonna go ahead and die. Always gotta be looking, because look, plant, and there goes some more. They lay eggs daily, and they look like, people think they bees, but they the ones that have like a really, really red hot looking color, and they got dark on them. They call them moths, but the eggs that they lay are borers, because they look through the plant until ain't nothing left to eat. And it looked like what is it when you cut wood? But when you cut wood, the little, what is it? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember what it is. But cut wood, the shredding that's left, the real thin cut wood, that they leave that behind. That's when you know you got a squash vine borer in this part of the garden, this area right here. I put some more seeds, and this is a shot of how that box looked for now, and hopefully we'll see if I can get this box back. I put seeds out, and we'll see if it'll do better. Okay, the sunflowers, I thought they were going to stop getting tall. I thought they were feet. I think they well above, because this fence I think is 7.5, and they are above the fence. So face of the plant finally opened. That sunflower, it might be too tall for me to see. I might have to get on the step ladder to show you guys, but that's the sunflowers. The small one is still trying to catch up. I snatched up all my snap peas out this box because they were all dying before their time. My corn is coming up. I planted some more turnip greens. The turnip greens are still doing good. I actually pulled a bunch of turnip greens and some mustards yesterday, and I cooked them up, and peaches are still taking a sweet time. I know it takes forever for a peach to grow to a full. I guess you could say I've never, well, this, so I don't know anything more, if I should be feeding it more. I'm still, by the time the season is over, we'll have a couple peaches to eat off of here. This okra plant is doing good. Seeds around this okra plant. Those Brussels sprouts are still struggling. My eggplant is part of the squash family, but it's pretty much an eggplant. The one with the jagged leaves. That's doing good. It's getting bigger than any other ones. I don't want to speak too soon, but I don't think I'm having any squash vine borer issues over here. And Acadia beans, I think they were called, or either Cascadia beans. I did beans that I never tried before. That Blue Lake bush beans. They're supposed to be good at being a companion to different kind of squash. So I don't seem to be having a problem out of this squash plant, and it might be because of what I planted here. It's been hot, and when you got hot weather, you have to pay attention to your greens and things, or all of your plants, because they'll start going to seed, and you can pick these seed heads off. I just like to drop them just in case they dry out and replant themselves, but pick the seed heads off, otherwise your plant is going to seed and you won't be able to keep getting a harvest. It'll be done. It'll just stop growing. So I picked the seed heads off these greens. These are mustard greens, so that we can keep harvesting off of it. when I'm done harvesting, or we've had our fill, or we see the plant is just not going to produce no matter what we do, then we'll let the last seed head grow and let the seeds ripen or get hard on the plant. I added, okay, so the carrots are doing good. The broccoli is struggling. There's some weeds that need to be picked over here that's coming up through the bottom of the box. And then I did 2 rows of celery, a row of cauliflower, more turnip greens on these 2 ends. I don't know if they will survive. I did cool weather crops in this box because this box gets the least amount of sun. So I did cool weather crops over here. So I don't know if they will survive. They're getting a lot of sun right now, but I don't know, by noontime when the sun is at its highest point, my house casts a shadow on this box. And then everything after that starts going, you know, downward. My house will keep casting the shadow on this box. And the little impromptu box I put back there, well, I planted right in the ground. But so yeah, that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. And there are a little sad box over here. And we'll see what happens. This dill is good. If y'all have never grown fresh dill, y'all need to try it. It smells so good and it tastes good in like salads and stuff. I might try some pickles with some of these cucumbers and put some dill in there and some garlic and some other little spices, and can them and see how I like it. Oh, I got a little watermelon too. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this because I know them field mice like watermelon, fresh watermelon. They like them small baby ones. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this because if they do come back in the yard, which I'm sure they will because I can't keep them out. I mean, it's the outdoors. Then I might lose this one. But this is the baby watermelon. And there go another one coming up.